Welcome to the very first episode of Replay the Glory Days, a show all about us replaying some of our favorite and most nostalgic video games for the first time ever. I am your gaming guru, Tanner Gee. Alongside me is my novice player, Kyle. Kyle, how are you?
Doing great, man. I've been looking forward to this all week, and it's been months in the making, and I'm just so excited. I just want real quick shout out to everyone listening. Thank you guys so much, and I'm just so excited. I'm like shaking.
I know. I got butterflies in my stomach, and those butterflies have little knives, and they're stabbing me, and I'm like, I can't do it. I'm just so excited to be doing this. Like you said, it's been months in the making. We've been planning, and we're finally here. We're finally recording the first episode, and I am just so excited to be doing this. Before we really get into the episode, what I want to do is I want to explain what this podcast is so that folks at home can kind of get an idea what they're getting themselves into here. So, real quick, my name is Tanner Gee, and I love video games. I am certainly a video game enthusiast, and I just want to talk about video games, honestly. And I can't think of anybody better to talk about video games than with you, Kyle. But there's only one problem. You have zero video game experience.
Like 0.001, man. I probably played 5 games my whole life before I met you. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna have a new, fresh perspective coming from me, and it's gonna be great. It
definitely is. It definitely is. Like this podcast is how I've been explaining it to people. It's all about first impressions, and primarily it's all about your first impressions. So what we're gonna be doing here is before Kyle plays the game for the first time, we're going to be giving a description of the game, some 5 facts, kind of like to get us hyped for the game itself, and then we're going to pause the episode. We're going to go play the game for a couple of hours. We're not going to beat the game, but we are going to play enough to get Kyle's first impressions. When we come back, Kyle and I are going to talk about the game, and we're just going to explain our feelings and how we are. Not necessarily a review, but a first impressions. And then Kyle is going to give us 1 out of 100 his feelings on the game, a review on the game. I said it's not a review, but hey, what are you going to do? After he gives us his number, he's going to guess what Metacritic gave it. Same thing, 1 out of 100. And then I'll reveal what it got. And at the very end of the podcast, we're going to spin a wheel. And on the wheel is a list of games that we're going to be playing on this podcast. What are those games exactly? Well, I guess you're just going to have to listen till the end of the episode to find out. So
I love it. You
Kyle,
gotta keep listening. Yep, I love it.
What are we playing today?
One of my favorite games, absolutely, especially growing up. We're going to be playing Halo Combat Evolved. So excited about this game. I mean, I remember playing this, and the Warhogs,
yeah.
Would go, me and my friend, we would go and play multiplayer and just run into each other and crash, and they would go flying in the air. Just really good memories, and I'm just so looking forward to playing this again.
So is this one of the 5 games that you've played?
Yes, absolutely. It would be like Halo and Halo 2, Halo Reach. So out of those 5 games, they're mostly Halo, so that's literally why I'm like shaking with excitement, because it's like I love this game, but honestly, it's been a decade since I played.
That was going to be my next question. When was the last time you played the first Halo?
Probably when it came out. To be honest with you, like absolutely, like I'm trying to like rack it in my head, like when was the last time, and it's like no, when it came out, because I remember my dad got it for me, and it was such a big thing, you know what I mean? But as a kid growing up, like we would only be able to play for an hour,
sure,
and then you gotta go outside.
Oh, of course,
you know what I mean? So it wasn't like I could like just game out all night, or maybe on a sleepover we can play a little more.
Yeah,
so it's like I just have really good memories with this game. That's why I'm so excited to play it again. You know what I mean? To actually be like, okay, like I know I love that game as a child. What are going to be my opinions now as an adult?
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Obviously, I have experience with Halo. I think my first Halo game was actually Halo 2. And that's the game.
That's fire.
That one
fire
is my personal favorite. And I think you said before, Halo Reach, that's easily number 2 for me as well. I think those 2 Halo games are one of the best, 2 of the best in the series.
Halo Reach is the one that's you can play Infected, right?
I think Infected first started in Halo 3, and then it made its way into Halo Reach. So it's a game mode that exists to this day, but I think it technically started in Halo 3. I could be wrong because...
if we're wrong, put it in the comments.
I
want to see it.
If I'm wrong, absolutely, let me know. But I've never really been a multiplayer sort of video gamer. I've always been single player. So when I played Halo 2, I played Halo 2 single player. However, Halo 1... I most certainly did multiplayer. I actually did LAN parties when I was a kid for Halo 1.
Bringing it back.
Bringing it back, man.
It.
In high school, we used to have like a computer lab. And in computer lab, we did 3D animation and game design.
Oh, that's really cool.
And that's kind of where my passion was like brought into the realization of, oh my God, I can turn this into a career. Like this isn't just a hobby. This is like something that I can do moving forward. So when I was a freshman in high school, I learned how to model and animate and
I wish I had that class.
I wish it still existed. When I was a senior in high school, the teacher retired and they couldn't find a replacement, so they just got rid of the class. And I keep thinking about
depressing.
I think about
That's
this
really
to this
sad.
day. I can't imagine, like, if I was a freshman now or going into the school and they didn't have that, I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know if I'd still be here because I went to college to continue and pursue that. And I think that originally started in high school with that teacher, but on some of the off days, on the slow days for class, we would have LAN parties and we would just play. We would play Halo among other games, but we would play Halo, and I have fond memories of just doing team deathmatch,
living rent free in your head.
Oh, dude, easily one of the best moments of my like childhood in high school was in that class and playing Halo 1 and speed running like the campaign.
We have so many great memories between the both of us for this game. So like I mean we're gonna be playing for hours at least, and so I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Now
I'm nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but I'm nervous.
I'm shaking. I have to ask though, do you know what the Master Chief Collection is?
No.
So the Master Chief Collection is probably one of the best collections in video games. It is a collection of the Halo series games. It includes Halo 1, 2, 3, Reach, and I think 4. I think it has 5 games total.
Right, okay.
Now, why I bring it up is because we're going to be playing the Master Chief Collection. We're going to be playing Halo 1 on that version, but it has a really cool feature that I'm so excited to show you, and it's something that not every video game has, and I do wish it did. It has a feature where with a click of a button, it will switch the graphics between the newer version and the older version.
No way.
It's so cool.
I've never heard of a video game doing that.
It doesn't happen often, but it's so cool to literally press a button and to experience the game as originally released, and then do it again, and then you can see it in updated graphics, and it's so insane. Cool.
On the top of your head, what other video games like that? Can you think of anything?
I don't think.
Just off the top of your head?
I don't think there's any video game that does that so easily. Okay. I'm sure, I think there might be a couple games that you can tweak some things in the settings, but honestly...
not like a one little switch.
Not like a quick little switch. I think that's the one and only game.
Very interesting.
So cool, and I'm so excited to show that feature to you. But I say, let's give a description of the game, even though we fully know what this game's all about. But let me tell you. So we're going to be playing Halo Combat Evolved. It initially released November 15th, 2001. When I think of nostalgic video games, Halo is the first one that comes to mind, honestly, and that's a good reason on why it's the first episode. It was developed by Bungie and published by Microsoft Game Studios. I mean, Master Chief is essentially what Mario is to Nintendo. He is the mascot of Xbox.
And it came out in 2001.
2001.
So I just lied to everybody right now. I did not get it when it came out.
How old were you?
I was
in 2001.
Like 4 or 5. Yeah, like I lied to y'all. I'm so sorry.
I said this before, but my first Halo game was Halo 2, and I got it at a yard sale. And I remember my mom sat with me when I first played it because it was rated in for mature, and I was younger than,
so she wanted
17.
To make sure
so she wanted to make sure it wasn't
anything.
too graphic and it wasn't too bad. And I guess she deemed it okay, even though I was just shooting and killing aliens. But hey,
and they're aliens.
I think I turned out okay.
You can't just invade Earth and not expect us to...
absolutely.
roll you up a little
yeah,
bit, you know?
I'm gonna kill aliens.
Yeah, that's funny.
Freaking,
I love that. And you found it in a yard sale. That's really, really interesting.
I mean, that's a lot of my video game history.
Man.
Is I didn't have the most modern console growing up.
You were always a generation behind.
I was always a generation behind. When everyone was playing on the original Xbox, I was still playing on the Sega Genesis and the Sega Dreamcast and experiencing that generation because that's what I had at
There's
a yard
probably
sale.
people listening that do not even know that.
Probably not. Probably not. I think we were talking to a friend of ours, and she was like, "Yeah, I used to play this all the time," and I was like, "Oh, I remember this game. I played it on the Sega Saturn," and she was like,
"What?
What's a Sega Saturn? I don't even know what that is."
Block. No, I'm kidding. Right, that's so funny.
But yeah, you're right. I've always been a generation behind, but that's kind of where that's why I have such a deep passion, because I was able to experience games at my own pace a generation before. And
you had a bigger selection. So you have way more games. Like, let's say if you got an Xbox right when it came out, you're only going to have a couple of games.
Yeah, this is true.
So that's actually, in my opinion, kind of like really, really sweet that you were a generation behind, because you have so many more games to pick from.
Even though, but here's the thing, it's kind of like a blessing and a curse, right? Because like I have all that experience and I don't regret it. But in that time growing up, my friends were playing the newest games. You know, I couldn't relate to my friends. I couldn't talk to my friends about all these games because they weren't playing them, right? I wasn't playing them.
Yeah.
So I had a couple of friends who I could talk to, but when I was playing Halo 2, no one was playing Halo 2.
Man.
So, I mean, this podcast is kind of like
Halo
a redemption.
You guys have not played Halo 2, man.
I think that's the best one.
Buy the game and start playing.
That's my favorite. Full of nostalgia, and I really hope that we're able to play it on the podcast, because that would be a perfect game to play.
Can we add it to that wheel real quick?
Add it to the wheel.
Right, it's a fire game.
Well, let me give the summary of the game for those of you who don't know. It's very fancy. I always consider Halo to be kind of fancy. I don't know.
Give my gentleman hat.
You're like milady. In a desperate attempt to keep a conquering alien race called the Covenant from finding Earth, you, a cybernetically enhanced soldier representing the peak of human military evolution, and a ragtag group of Marines flee to a distant, uncharted system where you unexpectedly stumble across Halo, an enormous alien artifact in orbit between a gas giant and its moon. Your objective? Uncover Halo's horrible secret and destroy mankind's nemesis, the Covenant.
Oh.
It's super like...
Yeah, I'm getting chills, man. I'm getting chills.
It's like, this isn't just a game about killing aliens. It's a game about saving mankind. You know what I mean?
I love it. And then you gotta... uncover the secrets.
Uncover the secrets of the Halo,
man.
like whatever that is.
Chills. I love it.
My best friend growing up, his name is Tim. Shout out to Tim. He's currently in the military right now, and I think this is his last year.
Is he in the Marines? That'd be so funny.
He's not in the Marines. I think he's serving the Army.
That's awesome.
It's super awesome.
Shout out to all of our, vets and
yes, sir.
Everyone serving.
I believe this is his last year, so I'm super excited to see him after all these years.
Last
time I saw him was he was my best man at my wedding. Yeah. So
that's a little while ago.
It's been a while. Yeah. I've been married for quite some time, but I'm so excited to see him again. But every time I think about Halo, I think about him because he is. I don't know if he still is, but he was a die-hard Halo fan. He played every Halo game, and he read all the Halo books. Remember those?
I would love to read those.
Oh, yeah?
I read maybe a couple chapters, you know what I mean? I wasn't really big into reading Halo back then, but you just bringing that up, I'm like, man, I'm going to have to go to Barnes & Noble real quick.
Brings nostalgia, right?
Yeah.
I would love to read them now. Like, I feel like I have a deeper appreciation for them.
Absolutely.
I didn't really care for it, because like I said, I was just more of a single-player game, and yeah, Halo is a single-player game, but he also did like the multiplayer, and that was like really all that he did. But I played that, and I played Sonic, and I played Assassin's Creed, and I played a bunch of other games, and it's like I didn't want to devote all my time to Halo like he did, but I would absolutely love to read the books and kind of...
I totally forgot that Halo has a whole series.
I don't think they really do that anymore.
No, I mean, I know they have Alien, that franchise, they have the books as well, Man, I totally forgot.
Yeah, I know. Nostalgia trip, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wow.
I would love for you to read it and then talk about it on this podcast.
That'd be so sweet.
I think that'd be so cool because I have no experience, and he talked about it to me, and he told me in the game there'd be something that happened in the game, and then he'd go on a whole tangent and be like, here's the whole backstory about this character that you don't see in the game.
Man,
so
I
cool.
wish we could have him on the podcast.
I'd love
to hear his opinion.
I'd love to. That'd be absolutely
you probably hear
goal.
The passion in his voice.
I hope so. I hope so. That'd be a goal. But let me give you some fun facts to kind of get us hyped about this game here. During the early versions of Halo Combat Evolved's development, Master Chief wasn't the larger-than-life Spartan soldier that he has since become iconic. Originally, he was nothing more than a cyborg that helped defend and explore the mysterious new ring world.
Huh.
So
Did not know that.
He wasn't supposed to be
massive,
and I'm sure he was still massive, but he was more of a cyborg. I believe, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I believe he is just he's a super soldier, kind of like how Captain America is, right? He's just larger than life.
That's the impression I was under as well.
And that's what he is. But I guess originally, when they first developed the game, the plan was for him to be more of a cyborg character, a half man, half machine, and that's why he's so big and large and strong. But now it's more, he's just a super soldier, which I think cool. That's fine, right?
Yeah,
I mean, Captain America's the same way, and I think he's cool. Fact number 2, Halo, as a series, has such a simple yet iconic title that people often wonder how it came to be. Well, it turns out Halo Combat Evolved was almost called several things before Bungie landed on its title. Ooh. Its working title, I love it, this working title was Blam.
Really?
That's it.
What? Okay. Well, Blam! I'm glad they didn't go with that.
Dude, can you imagine? Hey, what's your favorite game? Blam!
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't even buy that game.
I don't, that's insane. Insane to me. I think
that's a cool fact, man. I love that.
That's crazy.
Insane.
Other considerations was the Santa Machine, Psyopsis, the Crystal Palace, Star Shield, Hard Vacuum, and Star Maker.
Hard Vacuum. Oh man.
Weird names.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I mean, Halo, if you really think about it, is a weird name, but it fits. It is so iconic. It's so iconic. It fits.
I feel like even if people haven't played Halo, they've heard about it. Absolutely.
Yeah, which is so exciting because I'm going to say the same thing about the other games on this podcast. And you're going to be like, I've never heard of it. And it's going to be so funny.
Yes.
Fact number 3. Marty O'Donnell and Micro Salvatore were taxed to create the music for the demo within 3 days.
What?
Mm-hmm. That iconic...
No. Oh my god.
I mean... I mean, that music is so...
iconic.
So iconic.
Man.
They got their inspiration from Yesterday, the Beatles song.
Shout out to Beatles.
I didn't put the specifics into it, but I guess the way that the song flows is how they kind of got the inspiration for. Cool. So, God, can you imagine?
I love that fact.
Can you imagine creating such a masterpiece, such a beautiful, perfect song for the whole series that is in almost every Halo game in 3 days?
No, absolutely not.
Insane, absolutely insane. Fact number 4: there's a mistake in the game's manual that the blueprints for the plasma rifle has the blueprints for the needle placed behind them. There's a picture. I have it on my phone here. I'll show it to you in a second. There's a picture of the weapons in the game's manual. For the plasma rifle, you can kind of see in that top little picture there's another gun behind it, and it's the needler.
That's funny.
For whatever reason, they just...
Made a mistake.
Hey man, it happens. It happens.
I wonder if they published it and everything, and then they realized, or they put the game out and they realized we made a mistake, and they're like,
it's too late.
It's too late. We're not gonna fix that.
I mean, if you made 1 billion copies and it's like,
no, we're not
guys, we have to reprint and
no,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I can't imagine.
Deal with it. We're not doing it.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. You know that I miss that. I miss manuals in games.
Yeah.
I remember getting a game. And on the way home, just opening the game up and you're reading the manual.
Nerd.
Getting excited for the game that I'm about to play,
I love it.
I wish they did that again, but last fact, there's an achievement in Halo Reach and Halo Combat Evolved called Hell's Jerome. It's a reference to Bungie's head of security, where Jerome Simpson takes a picture of him seemingly damaging his own car with a gravity hammer. And I'm going to show you the picture.
No way. That's
Is that funny?
so funny.
Dude,
I love that.
I'd love to have an achievement named after myself. That'd be so cool. What an honor.
Yeah, I mean, that's amazing.
Man, I'm super thrilled. I'm super excited to go and play this game. So, shall we go ahead and pause the episode and go?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I would personally like to give it a rating now before we play.
You want to give a prediction?
Yeah, a little prediction before
Absolutely.
we play.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
I know it's 0 to 100.
Yes. Before you give your prediction, would you care to know the Metacritic's highest and lowest rated games?
Yes, please.
Okay. So for the podcast, I'm going to be basing the ratings off of Metacritic. Metacritic does 2 different ratings. It has one for the critics, which are the professional people who review the games. And then there's also one for the users, the gamers out there. Primarily, we're going to be paying attention to the critics, but I also have the users rating as well. Their users is a scale between 1 to 10, and then the critics is 1 to 100. You, Kyle, I want you to give a rating between 1 to 100 on what you think the games that we're going to be playing are.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to tell you the highest and lowest rated games on the Metacritic website as of right now. The highest one is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Never played that game.
Never played that game. Doesn't surprise me. Originally released November 23rd, 1998.
Wow.
It's an old game.
And it still holds the highest...
It still holds the highest
fire.
rated game of all time.
Well, what an honor creating that game way back and still till this day with all the new graphics. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, after all this time,
if I create that game, I'm done. I'm not creating a single
one and
game.
done.
That's all. I'm one and done, and I'm retiring. I'm living life. Like, that's good enough for me.
It received a Metacritic score of 99. I mean...
Just give it 100. You might as
You're
well.
You're right. You might as well give it 100. The gamers, the users, they gave it a 9.1. So that is the highest rated game of all time.
Shout out
to this day.
to them.
Legend of Zelda.
The studio.
Fantastic series.
That's amazing.
If you look behind you, I actually have the sword and shield hanging on the wall.
I love it.
I'm a huge fan of The Legend of Zelda, so there you go. That's my reason. It's a great game. Now, the lowest rated game of all time.
Oh, no.
I've never played it, never heard of it. I'm sure you've never heard of it either, but I'll go ahead and say the title. It's called Family Party: 30 Great Games Obstacle Arcade.
No, never.
No idea what that is. Released on the Wii U, December 4, 2012.
Man, that's sad.
It has a
If you love that game,
if this is your favorite game of all time, man, I'm sorry. It has a Metacritic score of 11, and the users have given it a 2.9.
At least it didn't get a 0.
2.9. Yeah, you're right. At least it didn't get a 0. So, knowing what the highest and lowest rated game of all time is, as of right now, go ahead. What's your prediction for Halo Combat Evolved?
I'm going 94.
94.
Going 94.
94.
I'm feeling lucky with that number.
I mean, it's Halo. It's Halo.
If I didn't know that the Zelda game got 99, I would be like
100.
I want to say, but that's just because I have so many good and memories.
It's nostalgic. Yeah, it's super nostalgic.
I just love the Halo series, but like if I'm just like putting that aside and really just focusing like on what the game actually is, I'm going with a 94.
94. Yeah, I mean, I agree. 94.
It has to be at least be in the 90s.
Agreed.
100%.
Agreed.
If it's in
me.
the 80s, that's I'm gonna cry a little. That's gonna hurt.
I can't imagine. I agree. I think 90. It's gotta be.
I'm
somewhere
hoping
in the
it's
90s.
higher. I really do. I really do. But at least it has to be in the 90s.
I agree. Easily. Real quick, before we finally leave and go and play the game, I want to tell the audience, you already know, but I want to tell the audience the expectations at the end of the season, if you will. We have a list of 10 games that we're going to be playing. The first one is, of course, Halo, and I will go ahead and list off the rest of the games at the end of the podcast, but on the 11th episode, when we finally finish the 10th game, Kyle is going to be ranking all of these games from best to worst. So kind of keep that in mind.
It's gonna be brutal.
You're gonna be brutal. I mean,
a rough one.
One of these games, even though maybe all of them might be in 90s, I highly doubt it. But well, if you gave every game somewhere in the 90s,
that's not
the very end of the episode or very end of the season, you're gonna have to rank them 1 to 10.
Yeah,
so
true.
Keep that in mind, audience, that we're gonna put these games in order. Leave a comment wherever you find us, and let us know what other games you want us to play, or some facts or something, so that I can reveal them on that 11th episode.
Absolutely. Yes,
so yeah, what do you think? Shall we go ahead and play this game?
Let's go.
I'm so excited. Thank you for listening to the first half of this episode, but stay tuned because we will be right back after playing Halo. See you soon. Kyle, any final thoughts?
Kyle and Tanner signing off.
There you go. There you have it. All right, play that music. Are back after playing a little bit of Halo. Kyle has already played Halo. I've already played Halo. I think this is his first time.
It's been a long time.
It's
for
been
both of us.
It's been years. Oh, absolutely for me. I mean, I don't know when the last time I played Halo 1 was, but hey, so what are your first impressions? What was it like?
I absolutely stand by my 94, man. It's such a fun
Spoiler
game.
alert.
I mean, I love how with one little click of a button, you go back to how the game originally came out for the graphics. That was so interesting and such a cool dynamic that is in the game. I absolutely love that, and I've never seen that before. Then again, I don't have a lot of video game experience, but that was really, really cool.
I mean, I can't think of a single game that has something like that. And you're right. It's so cool. Just in the middle of doing whatever you're doing, you can just press the button, and it's like, oh, this is what it looks like. I'm
in space. It's pitch black. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
It is crazy to me, just like the difference, because you're playing like the new version, and it's like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is how I remember it looking. And then you press the button, and it's like, oh
this
God,
is better. I like this.
Wow, I don't remember looking like this at all. Like, whoa.
So cool.
It is so. I mean, the game is so much fun. It is still so much fun.
And it came out in 2001.
2001.
And it still holds till this day.
The game can come out today, and despite like the graphics, it would still be fine. I think people would still love it.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the one thing I would change, or I wish I could add to the game, which like I think we talked about it, is being able to sprint.
Yeah.
You're just kind of walking along. Like, I think if you jump, you kind of go farther. But like, I wish we could sprint. Other than that, I would not change the game. It does take a little bit to get used to, like, not being able to like aim.
That's true.
Down the sights.
Yeah,
that's part of Halo, which I love.
I definitely threw a couple of grenades accidentally because left trigger is aim down sights for so many games, and it's like left trigger throws grenade, and it's like, whoops.
I love that you can shoot your teammates. I just blasted the guy with the sniper rifle. He got in my face, and I blasted him.
Whether it's accidental or on purpose, you can absolutely kill a couple of your teammates, a couple of your Marines, which I definitely did. I think I was using the sniper rifle.
I think I no-scoped one guy on accident. I tried to shoot the hunter, and it blasted my teammate. Well, we're gonna act like that never happened.
Man, the game is just so much fun. I don't know, like, if you've never played Halo, you can absolutely just go and play the first Halo and still experience it like anyone's has in the early 2000s.
The Master Collection, 100%.
So the Master Chief Collection, it's got Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo 4, as well as Halo Reach. I mean,
you can't beat that.
That's a huge collection, and I think you can buy it on sale or for $50. I mean, that's a great deal.
Worth every penny.
Every penny, man. I think we said before, Halo 2 is my personal favorite. I think Halo Reach, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Halo 1, man, it's good. It's great. It holds. To this day, it holds. So, I mean, I know at the top of the podcast, you just straight out said 94.
Yeah.
Is that for sure? I mean, you're locking it down.
Locking it in.
Locking it down.
94, absolutely.
94 is
if
fine.
it doesn't get a 90 at least, I'm gonna rage. Man.
I mean,
it's
yeah,
such
absolutely.
a fun game. And now that it's got, remastered with the graphics, and then the Switch, you can go back. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 in my book.
A lot to love about this game, and I agree. I love this game. I love the nostalgia, and it holds up. You know, despite the nostalgia, if you've never played this game before, I think it's still a 10 out of 10. I think there's nothing wrong with this game. I think it's so much fun.
The
I think
campaign is just so
there's so much. Yeah, there's a lot of story.
World building. It's
not just shoot alien. I mean, there's a lot of shooting aliens.
There's so much more to it.
But there's so much more to it. We talked about the book, but even just playing through the game, you can, there's characters and there's things happening and there's lore, and it's got deep lore.
Which I did not know. I
really
completely forgot that there's books about it and the lore behind it. It's like, it makes me want to keep playing the other Halos and really just immerse myself into the video game.
Now, let me ask you something. As someone who's played some Call of Duty or Modern Warfare, which do you prefer?
Oh, Halo.
Halo, all the way?
I think it's just being a kid and playing that with my best friend at the time, who's still a really, really good friend, and it's just like, man, like, it just brings back so many good memories, and it's just, I love Halo, but in my opinion, you can't compare the two. They're
really?
Completely different games. In my opinion, Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, it's just, like, I remember Modern Warfare 2, the whole quick scoping, that was the whole thing. But like Halo by itself, I would spend $80 for that whole collection in a heartbeat.
Oh sure, yeah. Would you spend $100? I would too. I would too.
I mean, if it was signed, if I got a little sign, I would
cool.
play it. Maybe 100, 120 if it was signed.
Sure.
That was so cool.
I'm sure there's something out there.
Maybe there's a little art in the DVDs that, you know what I mean, that's like, kind of like an exclusive thing. That would be a big fan, man. I love the game.
It's great.
If you guys have not played any of the Halo, please, man, do yourself a favor and give it a shot.
Yeah. Now, we never actually did it, but there is multiplayer to those games. I mean, you can do split screen, I believe, and you can still play online, and there's a community out there, and it's shocking that something like that it still exists to this day. Like, the game's been out for years and years and years, and something like Call of Duty, it usually dies when the next Call of Duty comes out. But there's still a good multiplayer, and
and like, the thing, what I love about multiplayer, especially in the first Halo, is like, you can drive the Warhawk, and I can be on the turret, and we can just mess things up.
Oh man,
or we can both get in our Warhawks and just ram into each other, man. I love it.
Halo is a game that just creates memories, and that's it's a difficult thing to explain to somebody, but
if you have a sleepover, you and your friends gotta try.
Easily. That's something that me and Tim did. When I went to his house, we would play, Halo, and I think we played Halo 3 the most, or Halo Reach, and
love Halo Reach. That's such a fun one.
It's just, you just create memories. Like, there's so many moments that you can just remember, and it's just like
15 years ago, I'm still remembering us, me and my friend Joe, just playing Halo, the original, and Halo 2.
Even playing the campaign, you were playing, and you threw a grenade at this elite, and he dived off this mountain instead of getting exploded by this grenade, and it's just so much fun. Like, there's something about this game and the games.
He's I choose death, but not by grenade.
But not by grenade.
Wild.
It's just so much fun. It's so hard to describe, but man, Halo it's give it a shot, everybody. Just give it a shot. If you've never, and if you have, go back, play it again. It's so much fun. Kyle, you locked it in, 94. We're gonna stick to that number.
Absolutely. If it's not a 90, guys, I'm gonna.
So, what do you think critics gave it?
I'm gonna go with like a 96.
96.
I'm gonna go with a 96.
Yeah, I think that's a solid. Let me take a peek here. 96. Halo received a 97.
Oh, man! Off by one, baby.
Off by one, but...
Off by one.
Come on.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah?
If it was not at least a 90, it would have been raging.
It's universally acclaimed. I mean, how can it not? It's
off at
Halo.
1 point. That's
pretty good,
fun.
man.
That's
pretty good.
I'll take that.
It's pretty good, man. It is considered a must play by many, and how can it not be? Yeah. I mean,
it makes me so happy. I'm so glad.
No kidding. Can you imagine if it was like 60?
No, I would be like, okay, we need to cancel these people.
That's insane. I'm glad that it's as popular as it is. I do feel like deservingly so. But I will say, as time progressed, I don't think Halo is as popular as it once was in the early 2000s anymore. I don't believe Xbox is as successful with Master Chief anymore. They released Halo Infinite, which is the newest Halo in their series, and it received okay.
I feel like it can make a comeback if they
You think so?
did some good advertisement. They did a couple things, you know what I mean? Maybe I feel like it could come because it still holds to this day.
Now you say that, and I don't know if you know, but there was a Halo TV show that released.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
Did it not do good?
It did not do good
that's
at
so
all.
sad.
I think they had 2 seasons, and then it got
That was it?
that was it. It got shut down. It was just not making money. People were not happy with
Wow.
it. The story wasn't the same. Master Chief.
See, that's what they messed up. You gotta stick to the video game.
Just do the games. Yeah,
That's
honestly.
it. Because it did so successful. I mean, it got a 97.
Yeah.
So why are we changing the plot? Why are we doing different things? Let's just stick to the video game, and your diehard fans, you know what I mean, that played when they were kids or played when they were young adults, they're going to love that TV series, and that's going to create the bug again to keep playing the game.
I think you're right.
They messed that up.
I think
Dropped the ball on that one.
I haven't watched the whole seasons, but have you heard of The Last of Us?
Yes.
So right now, as of this recording, I think episode 2 of season 2 is out. And for the most part, it's pretty similar to the games. And I think that's why it's doing so successfully, because it's
You have diehard fans for the games. Like our coworkers, like you gotta play the game first.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you it would be weird to watch the show and then play the game, but I think the experience would be the same either or. And I mean,
really, okay.
I think that's how you should do it, right? You should be close to the source material as much as you can, because once you start to deviate from that, then you're gonna get diehard fans that aren't just happy, and if it's not good, then you're not going to get people who don't even know what it is to enjoy it. You know, if you've never played or seen The Last of Us, if you deviate from the game and it's not good, you're not going to get that audience either. Why would you, right?
That studio's really, really thinking and 10 steps ahead how to keep that audience.
You got to be careful.
That.
You got to be careful when it comes to these adaptations.
That's why Halo dropped the ball.
Halo dropped the ball, unfortunately.
They had an opportunity and they screwed it up.
Yeah, I'm curious because there's no new Halo game expected arrival.
I don't think so. The last one didn't do good. Like
the last one didn't do good.
It makes no sense. Like they messed up.
The TV show
try to do a new TV series.
I doubt it.
I doubt it though.
I doubt it.
Money and no.
I bet one day there will be a new Halo game. I mean, it's just one of those IPs that will never disappear, but I'm curious to see when that will be and if it's successful. I mean, fingers crossed. I want it to do good, but hey, who knows? With that being said, I think it's time for us to go to that wheel. Now,
oh man, here we go.
The beginning of the episode, I did not tell you what games we were going to be playing for this season, but I think now is that time. Today's episode was all about Halo. Yay.
Awesome.
What a great way.
It.
A great way to start a podcast about early 2000s gaming.
I don't think we could pick a better game in my
Honestly,
opinion.
no. I couldn't think of one, but I'm excited for you to know the rest of these games.
Yes. Let's go.
So, besides Halo, we will also be playing Assassin's Creed.
Ooh, never played.
Mafia.
Never played.
Borderlands.
Never played.
Grand Theft Auto 4.
Never played.
Half-Life 2.
Negative.
Psychonauts.
Negative.
Batman Arkham Asylum.
Nope.
Pokemon Emerald.
It's a 0.
Okay, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Absolutely yes. No, I'm kidding. No.
That
No.
First, you got me for a second. I was like, whoa. Wow. So none of these games. None of these games.
Some of them you were talking about, I was like, never heard about it in my life.
Wow. Which game out of this list have you heard the most of?
GTA.
Grand Theft Auto?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
Which is, I know it's a very popular game.
Yeah?
But I've never played it at all.
I think Grand Theft Auto 6 expected arrival this year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Fingers crossed, but
Assassin's Creed is like, what, 13, 12?
There's so many Assassin's Creed games. I mean, that's going to be a long episode, but because Assassin's Creed Shadows just released. And
you're loving it?
I just beat it last week.
Nice.
Took me 100 hours, I think, almost to the dot, 100 hours. I'd love to talk about that game,
Yeah,
but
save it.
I'm going to save it for that episode. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wheel. We're going to get to spin it.
Wait, before we spin,
absolutely.
What game would you, if you could pick? Obviously, we can't. It's a wheel. But if you can pick, what would it be?
If I can somehow fabricate it, and if it lands on it, people are going to be very suspicious. I would love to...
We promise you we're doing a wheel. I see the wheel. It's
love to talk about Assassin's Creed today.
Okay.
Love to talk about it.
I'm going to go with GTA 4.
Of course. Yeah, I had a feeling it's probably the game that you recognize the most. Very excited for whatever it lands on. So, shall we?
Yep.
Let's spin it. Let's see what it looks like.
Ooh. Mafia! All right. Never heard about that game. I have no idea what it's about. I mean, I can guess a little bit about the title. That's about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, let me pull up the box art so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks
Sweet.
like.
Yeah, I would love that.
So this is what Mafia looks
clean.
like.
On Xbox. I love that.
Good, classic,
the Tommy gun, baby.
early 2000s. I mean,
Ooh.
based off of the title, what do you think? I mean, what...
It has to be. I'm thinking New York. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got the Tommy gun, the hat, the skyscrapers in the background. Obviously, gonna be about the mafia. I'm kind of curious if you're building your empire or you're fighting another mafia of some sort. You know what I mean? A different family. So, and it's Xbox, which I love.
Yeah,
that's what I started with. I started the PlayStation 2.
Oh, okay.
Man,
yeah,
dude,
man.
the art's killer. Art is nice.
It's pretty. I mean, it's
simple,
nostalgic, man.
Straightforward, and I love it.
This is gonna be very exciting. I do think you're gonna like this one a lot.
More than Halo?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Let me ask. What the podcast is all about.
Don't answer, but I do want to ask the question: have you seen The Godfather? All right, I guess you'll find out on the next episode if Kaya has watched The Godfather. Thank you for joining us, Kyle. Any final thoughts?
Halo's amazing.
10 out
of 10, y'all. Gotta play. Such a fun game, and I'm so happy we could do this on episode 1. And thank everybody for listening, and stay tuned, man, because, it's just gonna get better.
It's just gonna get better. If you know anybody who likes video games, let them know that this podcast is for them. Go ahead and like and subscribe wherever you can find us. We're also on YouTube or wherever we listen on podcasts, and we will have a Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, so you can follow us there. Kyle, I think, do you hear that? It sounds like music.